Take him that way.
We're going that way.
All
That
right.
way. Come on, hubby.
We know what we're doing.
Come on.
That's fine.
I took hours to get ready just to make sure that I didn't fuck up.
Okay.
I did fuck up, and I started over again, so...
Have you seen this show? You really don't need to put
We fuck up for you so that you don't have to.
You learn.
Oh my
You learn
goodness. So we are on. Hello.
I'll get you.
We're fine. We're good. We've got this. We have got this.
On...
We are.
A little bit
We're
of
fine.
delay.
We're totally fine. Welcome to season 8, episode 14 of Let's Have a Fefe. I can't believe we're already at 14.
I'm Felicia Minor, who's always late.
She lives here. Your collar is fucked up.
That's fine. Just
Okay.
do the show.
Okay, we're fine. I'm just making sure. This is Let's Have a Fefe. I know. Over here is Felicia Fefe Minor, and I am your Mr. Yusuf A.M.I. Classic, Freddy Prinze Charming. And for more than 6 years, we've been doing this show. It's more than just the gossip. It's some of the issues that matter most to you. Most of the time when we can get to it anyway. This is your Wednesday night conversation. We are streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Make sure that you share this episode. Invite people to come watch it. You know, we are brought to you by Wigs of a Kind and the Burly Barber, which I'm about due for a trim now.
Me too.
I can tell with like bits
When
of
my wigs get tight.
With,
Oh my god.
with
I don't
me,
know
it's
how
when
much of
I'm
this
like
kinky do I can handle.
things start sticking out. I'm like, oh, I should probably.
Or I just start showing up places with no wig on.
Yeah.
People are like,
What's you have issues on the other side over
this
here?
side?
No, this side.
This
She's
side?
not looking that side. She just be like this.
just
Just
This
do the
side?
Gwyneth Paltrow.
there you
I
go.
told
just
you my
sit
kinky
with
do
that.
is coming loose.
Is it kinky dude? That's the thing. And we've got, of course, our supporters with the folks on Patreon. Joan, Leanne, Allison,
Oh,
Corey, and
it's
Carrie, Best, Brandon, and Casey Starr. You can support us as well if you go to patreon.com/Let's Have a Fefe. And tonight, our guest is the fabulous, talented, and very, very funny... Oh, what's your name again?
I don't remember.
Oh, JoAnn Michaels!
Oh, welcome.
Hi. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm very
excited.
excited.
I am.
Very excited.
I pissed myself a little bit.
We get that a lot.
It's only because I've had 5 children.
Oh,
There's
It
that.
just tends to happen.
that.
Wow.
You know, there's yeah.
I look
knows
great.
Something about that.
Well, listen. But sometimes when you have a hysterectomy, okay, things get a little weird, and
Yeah.
when you have to go, you have to go, and that's just what happens. Okay.
The last time, I'm like, just take it all.
right.
Just gut it. Gut me.
Oh.
I want to get
Did they
into a
use a
smaller corset.
You small. See, that's my weight loss plan is just to get rid of all like unnecessary organs.
Yeah.
So like my appendix is gone, my gallbladder is gone. You know,
Next we go
uterus,
stomach.
cervix, all that shit's gone. 12 pounds off my chest.
Yeah.
I just
The stomach, all you have to do is blend everything that you eat, and you really don't need it anymore.
I mean, this is true.
That's basically what they do
Just
with
remind me
gastric
never.
bypass.
Never.
The things we'll do to be scared.
I know, and it's still not really working.
Wow.
Anyway, what did you do this weekend, Felicia?
I think I was with you most of the weekend.
I think you were too, actually.
Now that I think about it,
Yeah.
I think we only had like one day off from each other. Mm-hmm. I'm just kidding.
Do you ask you guys the question to each other just to make sure that you remember correctly?
He never remembers.
I
what
never
this
remember.
weekend is.
I don't. I always have to look at my calendar.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately. And sometimes it'll be like a big event, and I'm like...
And sometimes it's an event we both did, and we both forget.
I get it.
Legitimately, I don't fucking
I have,
remember.
I have
Like,
trouble with time all the time.
I'm like, I don't... I'm like...
We have 3 calendars in our apartment alone, each one with birthdays and special events. But even the ones that I'm supposed to put on there, I forget to put on there. And the only reason I remember is because there's a timer, and every time I put another one in my phone, I'm like, I give myself like a week, and then I give myself 2 days.
you
and then I give myself 24
set yourself
hours.
reminders, yeah.
And
I
then
do
you're
the
like,
same
oh
thing.
shit, it's here.
There's
Yeah.
most of the time where I'm just hanging out in my room and in my closet because that's where my like desk is set up.
You hide in the clothes.
I sure do. I made it my place of power.
Oh wow.
Only because I have a small bedroom.
Mm.
But I hide in there and like the sun doesn't really get through, and there's a lot of times when I don't work for a couple days, so I'm like also not trying to spend money. So I just lock myself in my room, make sure that all of my
Inside the closet.
Just sit
inside
in-
the
just sit in the
closet,
dark.
and I sit in the dark and I whisper into a microphone just weird things.
And you're making lots of money on YouTube?
No.
You
I know.
could. I mean,
I mean, eventually.
Just do it.
Maybe that's important. I just want to put it on to freak people out for the
Oh,
most
look, Dominic Von Strapp is on. Speaking of Dominic Von Strapp, so
What happened?
we actually had
Anyways.
the absolute pleasure of being involved in Dominic's wedding on Monday.
Oh, congratulations.
It was really, really, really cute. I got to officiate. Felicia was taking
Photos.
Oh my gosh.
and they got married in Superior. I had never been to Superior, ever.
I've never felt superior, so.
I mean,
All is well.
but it's such a, it's like the town that time forgot. Like it
Yeah.
It really-
like
it's like this-
Bisbee, but like gay. Bisbee just happens to be like.
Bisbee is like kind of gay.
But
Yeah.
visually.
It's like it's the same sort of thing though. It's an old mining town, so there's there's all these like old buildings and everything, and everybody knows everybody, and it's just it was
It was just a
sounds
quiet little
incestuous.
town.
it was a very small, very intimate ceremony. It was just them and like just a handful of like their immediate family basically, and it was good. It was very enjoyable.
Yeah, I would do that. I like small and intimate. I always wanted to do something in the woods. Be like a little seance beforehand.
There you go. Sounds about
That
right.
sounds
That
so
way you can have more
romantic.
guests.
So cute,
You
right?
can have more guests that don't have to eat.
It's true. It is so true. Yeah.
So you don't have to
Pro
feed
tip.
them.
Pro tip.
Don't worry about
Before you
feeding
get
them.
married, have a seance. Get the spirits involved.
Yeah.
That way you have a crowd, you have a party, but you don't actually have to feed anybody.
Plus, all my good friends are all translucent. Was that the? Did I use that word? Right? I feel like I used the word wrong. Translucent. No, opaque. I don't remember. You can see through them.
Yes,
Um,
it is the right word.
Okay, I was just wondering.
But I think when you said trans, I think he.
I
thought
just
you-
laughed.
translucent.
No, I knew it. I just
Translucent.
it's
You
we're
took
fine.
him for a loop.
We're
Just
fine.
threw
You
you
did
for a
it.
loop.
It's
You
fine.
did it.
We're fine.
What was that transphobic remark?
It
What?
was
I just
totally-
said that the Transformers movie weren't as good since
Oh
Megan Fox
my
left.
god.
Dominic thought it was funny.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know
I
what you laughed at,
so-
but hopefully something.
am a translucent. If I take my shirt off, I'm totally translucent.
Translucent.
Yeah, I am a
Ginger.
translucent, transgender individual.
Oh my gosh. The three T's.
I can't get with that.
I like it.
I accept you for who you
You
are.
Brand yourself.
Do those parents have trans parents?
Is this gonna? Oh my god. Dad joke central is happening.
I'm being
Oh.
transported. I'm so sorry. It's the only thing I can think of in this moment.
I can't. I'm just gonna.
Is that the door? I'm gonna see myself out. Thank you so much. It was great to talk to you.
Oh my god.
Oh my
How
god.
was your weekend?
It was good. I worked on
In the closet?
not this time.
No.
I went outside. I was like, I'll give myself a chance to actually like interact with other people.
Oh wow.
No, I work on a food truck, or multiple food trucks, but this one specifically was for popcorn and kettle corn. And
Oh, that's right. You do that, don't you?
I do it.
Is that why your
You do
bag
it all the
is
time.
full of?
Yeah,
Popcorn.
I brought some regular cheddar corn mixed with a mesquite barbecue corn, which is really delicious. And then the other one is a kettle corn with prickly pear flavoring.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That one's mine. Dibs.
Oh my gosh.
Just kidding.
Wow.
In fact, if you guys ever go to late night snacks at the Rock, you will often find the large bags of kettle corn.
Oh,
Except
I
for
thought-
last time,
I
'cause
thought
I
you were
was sick.
talking about.
I wasn't there, so it doesn't matter.
I was sick last time.
Oh.
But generally, there are large
Yeah.
bags of kettle corn provided by JoAnn Michaels at late night snacks at the Rock. So
It's delicious, especially if I make them.
It's very good.
I will say that I don't have a lot of confidence in a lot of things, but making kettle corn,
Ye-
I can
You get that kettle corn.
You make the shit out of
Yeah.
that
You
popcorn.
get that shit. You get that shit.
I like taking the crumbs and sprinkling
Hello
them
to
on
some of
ice
my
cream.
favorite podcasts
I can't do that.
live
It makes me
stream.
soggy.
Hi
What do you
Kendra.
need to ask?
Hi, Kendra.
Hi Missy.
I didn't get to say congratulations to Kendra last week because I wasn't able to be here. But because last week I popped into C7. I know I popped into C7 and I got to see Kendra crowned, which made me really happy.
That was the weekend before, not this last week.
No, it was the weekend before. Correct, it was the weekend before. That's why I said I
Because
couldn't.
this
talk
weekend
about
we
it
did
today.
cat bingo and we
We
watched
did do cat
Dominic
bingo.
and
Which
Nicole
oh my
get
god,
married.
cat bingo! I want to be when I grow up.
Oh, I forgot about Grey Goose
70-year-old granny sitting there at cat bingo chugging Grey Goose from the bottle.
Oh, that's class.
Oh, yeah.
That's like...
Oh,
so not
my
only
God.
that, but she had like this southern accent.
Oh,
And she
shit.
called everybody Bubba.
Everybody.
Okay, that's really cute because...
But she was.
Okay.
She was cute.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She totally...
Oh my god.
And the friend that she was sitting with at her table, her name was Kim.
Mm-hmm.
And Kim
got tossed.
was wasted. In fact, they all were, except for Kim's husband.
Yeah,
And
he was the sober one
he
that was laughing at
right,
the whole table.
he was the sober one. Everybody else was fucking wasted. Kim, bless her heart. Now, mind you, all these people are probably at least in their 70s. At least in their 70s. So, Kim has...
Still young.
No, Lady Christian didn't go
Still
to
young.
cat bingo.
Shut up.
They had a bottle of wine and then their glasses. And at one point, it was before the second round was over, both the bottle of wine was empty and their glasses were empty. But Kim kept trying to drink from the empty glass, and then
But
she would
not
put
only
it down.
was she doing that, she was
and
trying
then she
to
was
grab
trying to
the bottle,
and then she would
which
grab
was
the
empty,
bottle and try to
and then
pour
she would,
into the empty glass.
and then she would take it,
and
then she would go,
and there's literally nothing in it. It was the most amazing thing to
The
watch.
eternal optimist. That is
Oh my god!
glass all the way full. All the way full. The
All the
entire
time.
All the time, doesn't matter what. Even if it's not full, it's still full.
and after we told her it was empty, she would look at us like,
You're fucking crazy.
no, it's not.
And then she would try to pour from
And then
it
she
again.
tried to do it
grabbed
again.
Right, and there's
It's-
still nothing. So they went from a bottle of wine to a bottle of Grey Goose that they just started chugging from the bottle.
Yeah.
It
Ugh.
was fantastic.
That's gotta be awful, especially at 75.
They didn't
No.
seem to be suffering at all. They were just, yeah, it was
They've been
absolutely-
drunk since 75.
Right.
Probably.
Mm.
You know what? It takes skill to like be able to just allow it to just
Right.
continuously
I
go.
wonder what the day after was like.
2 of them died.
When you're the greatest. when you're the greatest
Oh,
granny. So, but I did see Kim. Kim did relieve herself a little bit
Oh, God.
before she got in the car. I saw that.
Oh, she squat?
She.
Oh, okay, a vomit. I thought like you relieve. I thought like piss. I don't know.
No, she.
Some scat going on.
That empty cup must have.
Oh my god. You know what?
I'm like, wait a minute. You only had one bottle. How are you throwing up?
She just didn't want to go to the gym the next day.
Well, right, there was that, but that was what we saw them drink? No, they also got another bottle. They ended up going to the liquor store getting another bottle.
Oh, because they got tired of her
Right, so they
boiling
ended up
this.
getting another bottle, and we don't know what they were doing beforehand either.
Oh,
So they
that's
probably
true.
pre-gamed on
Oh,
the way.
but then there was Crystal.
Oh, for fuck's sake. That's
Let's
the
talk
bitch.
about Crystal.
Crystal is the bitch that gets on stage at a drag show.
Oh.
First and foremost, she showed up late and she went to the wrong door. And
There's
there's
3
all
doors.
windows.
All windows, there's 3 doors.
Oh yeah.
And she went to...
And
Oh my
she
God.
she went past the first one, then went to the second one. We were all looking at her like. So she went to the third one. I'm like, no, I can't let you in at all. And so I'm waving at her, and then I'm like, go this way. So she stops at this door, and I'm like, no, go.
The one around that says, use this door.
Oh my god! But
She
we have.
was loud, she was mouthy, and she is totally the bitch that gets on stage.
Oh, she
This
is.
is about me.
Oh, she totally was.
I don't know.
This is about me.
Every time we made fun of her, she was
Everything.
like,
Oh
I
my
know
god.
it's all about me. And I was
Oh my
like,
god.
I'm like,
She's
I
the
don't feel
one
like
that
making fun
would-
of you.
I'm not giving you the attention.
She's the one that would like a drag queen's gonna try and heckle her, and she would like grab the microphone. Like she's that bitch at a drag show.
No.
She was like, come at me, bro. And I was
I'm
like,
so ready.
At any other drag show, the queens would have been like, no.
But she's surrounded by
Ooh.
pussy, so it's fine.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Fucking
but
ridiculous.
we got her good. It was
Apparently
good.
things are getting crunk at
Yeah,
the
oh,
cat
that's-
lounge.
That's how we do.
Good.
That's how we do.
So if
High
you're
grade
an
matter.
octogenarian and you're looking to get turned,
That's the
Go
way.
to the
That's the
pussy
way.
club.
That's the fucking way to do it. That's what
Pussy
everybody
cat
does. We have
club.
so many fucking Scottsdale moms, like 70-year-old
Unless
women.
they drive
like,
for Uber, and then they drive themselves home.
oh my god.
or they
It's
just
true
continue
story.
to work.
No, it's true story.
The stories that
Does she
we-
hire herself too?
They were sitting at this table, literally a bunch of Scottsdale moms. Totally called them out on their shit. Bunch of Scottsdale moms, and we're like, they're all getting drunk, and we're like, you guys how are you getting home? Who's your driver? They're like, Uber. And one of them's like, I have the Uber sticker on my car.
It means I can't get pulled over.
Right, I'm like, bitch.
No, honey, that's your white face.
Oh my god.
Has nothing to do with that sticker.
Seriously, people who have never been to one of our cat bingos have no idea.
I can't imagine because
Like-
cat cafes themselves draw a very interesting crowd. I mean, I love cats. But to specifically need to go to a cat cafe, I mean, I know 3 people who would go to a cat cafe, and I'm a little iffy about them, and 2 of them are my boyfriends. So
Well, see, there you go. Like, it's
Mm-hmm.
people don't realize, like, the crowd that we pull at bingo is unlike anything you could ask Logan. The first time Logan went, Logan was like, what the
hey, Logan.
fuck?
Oh my god.
Like,
If Logan is saying what the fuck, then you know there's some crazy shit going on.
And Logan was there. No, he wasn't. He wasn't there last time. He was there the time before.
He was there the last 2 times before.
Right.
And he
Yeah.
saw some interesting.
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. The
He's
first-
on next week, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. He is on next week. Look at that.
I know something.
So,
They're gonna ask me what I'm doing up next. I won't know a goddamn thing, but I know that Logan's on next week.
I didn't know who was on next week, so you're one up on me.
The schedule is up there.
It is a big schedule. It's nice. That was actually like very informative. I need someone to do that for me, but I also need like things to put into the schedule.
You're in the bathroom right now, like in a public bathroom.
Oh, please tell me that you're like taking a shit, because I hope you're taking a shit.
Are you watching us on?
Does that mean we shouldn't mention Logan by name? If he's in the bathroom, like, are other people like listening to him in the bathroom? So we shouldn't say that it's actually Logan.
Are you at like a
whisper,
urinal
whisper,
whisper.
and watching us? 'Cause
right?
that's
He's got it
interesting.
propped up. He's got it
I've
propped
seen
up
it
right
happen.
there.
I've seen it
Propped up
happen.
right there. Yeah.
It's so weird.
He's like, I don't want to press pause.
I get it. We're captivating. Just
It happens.
great.
It happens. Oh, he's in his own bathroom.
Okay,
So then why can't we talk about you?
because it's
Are
actually
your
his
roommates
mom's bathroom.
home or something?
Oh, are they all like in there with you? Is that what's happening?
Is the whole family in there?
Everybody's in there.
Probably.
Probably. Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
he has a really nice apartment attached to the garage, but I don't think there's a bathroom.
Oh, so he has to like go.
You have to go
inside
in the house.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of cat bingo, look at Missy just showed up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Is the whole family listening to us?
Apparently everybody.
I mean, does that get our viewership up? 'Cause,
You know?
I mean, can you
Oh
pass
my
the,
God.
can you pass the phone to your mom
Right?
and then tell her to get
Be
her
like,
own?
Hey, Logan's mom.
How you
Oh, I mean,
doing? I'm
Not
gonna-
Logan, because we're not talking about
I mean,
Logan by
not
name.
Logan's mom.
We're not talking about Logan by name. So
She's
stop
beautiful.
saying Logan.
Logan's
Don't say
mom.
Logan.
You're beautiful. She'll like that.
So, speaking of...
You wish.
Oh, so speaking of like calling people beautiful and things like that, we're gonna go ahead and talk about, for my tip this evening, what people say versus what they really mean.
Oh shit!
Oh, I hope
Okay.
none of
So
I
these-
I
like
have a
this.
few examples, and I would love to hear from you guys. Things that, like, when you say something, what you actually mean when you say it.
Ooh,
'cause-
I don't know if I
I
want to
have a
give away
great
my
one.
cues
So,
though. If I
here's-
give away my
I
cues.
know. So I can do
Nobody
one.
watches.
I can do one for mine. I can do one for mine because doing theater for so long, you come up with a lot of things to say
Right.
that don't. Like, you're not saying anything at all.
Right.
Well, as a
I got
sarcastic
you.
black person,
Well,
Lindsay of them.
So,
I
okay.
too am a sarcastic black person.
I mean, same. Yeah.
Logan's runs.
The sequel is Skid Marks.
Oh my god.
god!
Oh fuck. Anyway,
I just read what was on the screen.
I'm just gonna.
Watch. He's not gonna show up next week. No.
No,
No, he will. He will do it just specifically to talk
he
shit
will,
about
but
me.
he's gonna have a mask on and say, "Don't talk about me by name." So it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll have a mystery guest or something.
I mean, I have plenty of anecdotes about Logan.
Oh, should we have you introduce
you
him?
wanna come back next
Yeah.
week?
I
There
have
you go.
plenty of. I have plenty
Let's have a
of
fucking party next
anecdotes.
week. Totally fine.
We could have it in the living room.
Totally fine.
I'm
We'll
okay
just bring
with that.
everybody.
Mhm.
Oh my god. All right. So.
Oh my god, I'm crying
What
again.
someone says versus what they really mean. So, one of the big ones, and this is something, okay. So, if someone says, I'll call you.
Oh, God, no.
No. They're not going to call you.
Oh.
If you know
And if
me.
I say I'm going to call you, I am not going to call you. Because I don't talk on the fucking phone if I can
No.
help it. It's not going to
Unless
happen.
it's like
I'm
a
actually
word.
really thankful when they say I'll call you. It means I'm never gonna hear from them.
Right.
again.
Exactly. There are times when I'm like, oh, fuck yes.
Yeah.
Yes!
don't call me so
I am
hard.
in the clear. And you're
I
like,
swear,
oh my god, okay.
If you don't send me a text, you'll probably be my next favorite person.
Right? Don't fucking. But so I'm okay with that one. If someone says that,
Mhm.
you know, I'm that one. I am totally
Oh
fine.
yeah.
I
I think it's one of those social things that you're like you both know is bullshit
right,
for both of your benefits,
right.
but you're doing it because you have to.
Because it's one. Right.
Yeah.
So another one, and some of these are like sort of like relationship geared. Some of them are not. So I don't want to ruin our friendship.
Oh, I've said that a few times. Oh my god, I have said that, but it's true.
So
It is sometimes it is true.
it can. Sometimes it is true. So if you're trying to get with someone and they say this, there's
That happened to me a
is
lot
it a
in
good?
high school.
There's a
I'm
chance
so
that
sorry.
because like there are people that like
I wasn't even an option, so there was never in the
No, you
conversation
know.
to be had.
there are some people that legitimately that you know if someone expressed interest, I would be like, look, I really
Yeah,
I
and I
don't
will. Yeah,
right because our friendship, no, I don't want to fuck that up.
honestly, like there's some times where
We're
I'm
not
like,
even friends.
that's when you know
And
it's
then-
real bullshit.
right. And then, see, the chances are that a lot of times if someone says that, they're just not interested in anything even remotely romantic, whether you're friends or not.
See, it's funny because you can usually,
Oh
you
God,
can,
this is
it's
going
like-
on forever.
you can usually find that out just by like discussing your sexual fetishes.
You would think so, though sometimes it can go, like, left, and then you're just like, what the
And now I feel like
fuck?
you're agreeing with me all the time, and I don't know who you are anymore, and
Right.
you're scaring me.
Right, so...
Is that one of
Yeah.
yours?
That's what... And there you go.
Just honest.
I
She's
didn't
out of it,
mean
she's
it
out
like
of it.
that, or I'm sorry you took it that way.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
that way.
Which is...
Oh.
Right.
Well,
They're
I
not
guess
triggered.
I
sorry.
can't be with that.
And it's basically they're trying to flip the script back. You see this a lot on like Facebook things when someone
Yeah.
gets called out for being like racist or transphobic or whatever.
That's not what I mean.
right.
Ah.
I didn't mean it that way. Or I'm sorry you're offended. No.
I think you read that
no.
wrong.
Right.
The
It's,
thing is,
you're not sorry. You're sorry that you got called out, and now you're trying to make me feel
Oh,
like
Rocco's
no.
gonna be on the show soon too.
That's not happening. Oh yay!
see, I think the internet is a great place to make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
So if you make a mistake, especially one like that, own up to it.
Seriously.
Honestly.
Anita to go box is raising.
Ah.
I don't know what that
one
is.
of those,
me.
Or is it
Because-
a black power?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what mine is.
Yeah.
That's what I use mine for all the time. Is my...
I imagine it's just fisting someone who's very tall.
What party is that?
It's been anything with a trans guy and anybody who's not trans.
Yeah.
Because we seem to be a little shorter than most people.
Uh,
So, you know.
I mean,
Hey,
tra-
but short guys are hot. It's been statistically proven that short dudes are like really, really good in bed. So.
yeah. I do have a okay. I mean, I have a lot of fetishes. I don't. It's not like a person. I don't have like a particular type.
Stop digging your hole. Just,
But short guys,
Just tell us
there's
what
like a
you
thing
mean.
about short guys.
Sure.
That's like yeah.
Okay.
And trans men.
well, you know. Hey, how are you? Good to
Meet you.
Are you gonna call him later?
Yeah.
I mean, I got 2 other boyfriends. If you can just fight it out with them.
I share.
You share?
Cool. Fine. So the other one is
I'll
I've
leave
been
here on Let's Have a Few.
so
We're making connections.
I am guilty of saying this next one, but the thing is, often with me, this has been the actual truth. But I've been busy.
I've been busy.
Mm.
Everyone knows it's bullshit with me because I don't actually do anything.
For me,
But you hide in the closet. That's a lot of work.
Well,
That's true.
9 times out of 10, if I
I'm not gonna be
say
able to go back into the closet anymore because of you. It's like the one space I
right,
have.
Like,
And I only
can't
condensed
do
to
that
the closet because I had my shit everywhere for drag, and I felt like I was like
I have no
pushing
idea
away
what
the
that means.
few loved ones I have.
Oh shit.
On topic.
Yeah. So generally, if I say I've been busy, I have been busy because
Short guys are usually boob high.
Right.
And tall women.
I'm just saying.
Oh yeah,
And-
tall women. Oh yeah, tall women. Sexy as fuck.
Yeah.
Mostly because I love to watch a tall woman fuck the shit out of fuck the bejesus. Can I say that word?
Yes.
I'm so
You
sorry.
already did.
I
You've
know,
already,
that's why.
you've
You
already
see us
used
go, "Oh my
profanity."
God."
Like they
Just like go to town
You've
on
already
her
been
boyfriend or her
talking.
husband.
That's short?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
That's
They like
actually-
pick them up too.
That's like a legitimate like fetish porn thing. You have like the Amazon women and like little tiny guys.
I'll look that
Yeah.
up next
Like-
time.
It's gorgeous. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
I'll look that up.
But if you hear I've been busy a lot, chances are
They haven't really been busy and they don't want to talk to you.
right. It's more like they're not as interested. This is another one. I'm emotionally unavailable.
I've never used that.
I don't think I've ever used that.
I don't think I've ever used that before.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start.
Honestly, I'm just like, bitch, I'm crazy right now. Like, literally crazy. Where you probably don't need this.
When you say I'm emotionally unavailable, it could mean usually like it could either mean, okay, so I like you, but I'm not in the right headspace, which is very, like,
but I've heard
that's
one.
legitimate. Well, that's
I like
the thing.
you, but I'm not.
I don't want to fuck that up.
Right.
Like, if we're going to do this, I'm going to do this correct.
Right.
Which I get.
Or I'm emotionally unavailable means I have zero interest in you, but you're not getting any of my other fucking hints.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's also an awkward thing. It's like, I get that social cues are something that's hard for some people to pick up on. But that's when you just have to get, like, right out.
Right.
Like, just honest.
Right.
Be honest.
Right.
If you hear me say okay a lot.
That's another, the run. Run away. Run far, far away.
I do it when people come up to me and they're drunk, especially at drag shows. I go,
Like,
Okay.
okay. Yeah. Then I'm like,
This is for me. I want a whole podcast where it's literally called
Oh, that's right. Oh, let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm... Stop being so sensitive.
oh my god.
The only thing sensitive about me is my skin.
That's...
It's because I'm a ginger.
It happens.
Oh, there's 2 of you? Is
Yeah.
that why
Is that
my
why you're
heart
tingling?
hurts a little bit?
Is that why you're
We're
tingling?
just stealing your essence slowly.
I don't think she has any left. She's been doing this with me for 6 years.
I'm really good. Like, I'll get anything out of a roach. I'll just be like...
Right.
People are like, that roach is dead. I'm like, no,
watch it. Watch me. Watch me.
Just a cloud of smoke come out.
I don't want to be in a relationship.
But
I do. It would.
But if I did, it would be with you.
Okay.
Oh, that's another one. Yeah. That's I got that one. Yeah. Stop being so sensitive is another one you see a lot on the interwebs. Someone says something. I've been seeing it a lot in terms of people calling people out on transphobic bullshit.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Why are you so sensitive?" No, you're just a dick.
Yeah.
It's not me being sensitive. You're just an asshole. So that's how that goes.
That's how that goes.
The greatest thing about an asshole, though, is that they usually show themselves pretty quickly, and it's a good way just to... I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for saving me time. I don't want to have to waste any more of it trying to get to know you.
I'm good.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks so much.
Stay right there. No.
So
don't come closer.
give us a couple that you use that you say it but you don't actually.
I already gave you one of mine.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll do mine. So in theater, this happens sometimes. But you're in a show. Your friends are in a show, and you go see it. And usually they're great. And I'm up there, front row. I have the biggest smile on my face. I feel really bad because I wouldn't be able to keep like character looking at my big cheeser, laughing loudly. But sometimes your friends are in like just an awful show.
Well, this could be true for drag as well. But
Yeah. And hopefully that friend, you guys are close enough where you can be honest with each other. And I do have some friends like that. But other times I'm just like, you were up there. You did that. Good for you.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That sounds
Oh my
like
god,
something.
you were up there. Like on that stage. Doing it. Doing your thing up there on stage. So you don't actually say anything.
Yeah.
Acknowledge what they did.
Here are some more.
Same thing with drag. Same thing with drag.
What
did you think? You know what?
Good for you.
Good for
You-
you. You did
You
that.
went up there and
did that.
You
did
inspire
that.
me.
Yeah.
Even though I was in the bathroom when you performed. But, you know.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah.
It's not you, it's me.
No, it's definitely you.
Probably is.
Have a great day.
Yeah, that's a.
Oh my god, I do that at work.
Yeah. Have a great day. Thanks, you too.
Oh, what's the
Or
one?
enjoy. When I say enjoy, when I give people kettle corn, I'm like, enjoy. They're like, thanks, you too. You weren't listening what I fucking said. I get it. I don't really care either.
That's right. I think thanks you too has become such a like an automatic
Yeah.
response. You're checking in at the airport. Have a great flight. Thanks you too. You're not fucking going anywhere. Ah, damn it. Unless you work for Spirit or Frontier, because then you run the check-in. You're the bag person. You're also probably the pilot and the flight attendant.
And empty the
Spirit Airlines.
the whatchamacallit.
I don't fly.
The poop.
Yes,
Mhm.
you do all the things because
Mhm.
that's what you do.
That's what you do.
If you fly Spirit or Frontier,
Please don't.
literally,
I'll pray for
I'm
you.
the
poor, so I
person-
probably will.
the person who checks you in,
Is the
like
person-
all of a sudden you'll see them like at the gate, and you're like,
They're like scanning.
The first time we did it,
They're running to the front, like, I'm your
no,
pilot
they
too.
don't run. They look like they're like perfectly
Right, like
fine.
literally, we have no like. I think it's all run by like clones. Honestly,
We'll leave eventually.
because I swear to God,
Are they stormtroopers?
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe.
Pretty sure.
Human
because
form.
they're seriously
Human
like the
drones.
person who checks you in is the
They're
person
just-
that is also sitting at the gate. They're
Mhm.
also like managing the
They
bags.
must be.
And
bugging
then-
too.
I swear to God, they are the flight attendant and the pilot and like the mechanic and like they are.
And then you see them outside washing the windows. You're like, wait,
Hey,
bitch.
I like a
what?
multifaceted bitch. Because if that plane went down or started to go down, I know that this cunt over here is going to be able to fix it while flying it and getting me my peanuts and a drink.
No,
peanuts.
You don't get
Two
peanuts.
No, that's right. I'm
No,
so sorry.
you don't get peanuts or
Yeah.
a drink on the cheap
Drinks? Oh,
No,
that's
no,
right.
no.
You pay.
They pay for all. You have to pay for all
$9 starting.
that. Yeah,
we
you
got a
you-
gay bar?
yeah.
In the air.
Not as
The air.
Yeah. So yeah, you can't.
And that's just Coke.
Yeah.
Damn.
Not Coke, but Coke.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just going to smuggle in my own.
That's what you have to do. Put it in your
Mhm.
shampoo bottles.
Oh, no, I have this plan of just, like, sticking an enema up my ass with, like, a tube and then just having it, like, go around my ear and it looks like a mic. So I just look like Britney Spears the entire time. Bam. Keeps it warm. Body temp.
Okay.
This is also in my-
Okay. Okay.
This is also part of my new line where it's a catheter that's attached to your bra. So as you pee doing drag, your boobs get bigger.
Oh. There could be a market for that.
Yeah, right?
If done right, like
You stay a little...
especially
yeah.
you know what?
Cold.
In the colder
colder
areas,
areas,
in the colder areas,
So
if you are
If
cold,
you go outside in freezing temperatures,
just
your
Your
boobs
boobs are
will-
gonna be... They're actually gonna be steaming a little
right,
bit.
no, just and it'll help, keep grades. Yes.
Spirit Red Eye flights have multiple people instead of clones. Probably.
I
because
don't know about
shipping.
that. I've
No. And
I
by
got
the
it
way,
right.
Southwest is having a
Fine.
sale. $59 tickets are on sale now. Just in case.
I can never find a $59 when they have their sale. I can never find a $59 ticket to anywhere I actually want to go.
Oh.
I think it's a testament that
It's
I don't buy
like-
that much. That just the idea of a discount ticket. It's like discount LASIK surgery. No,
Right.
like yeah, I would love
for
to be able to see it at night.
for
but
Southwest though, I would do it because
They're pretty good.
But when I always go to look, there are $59 like ticket sales. Are always like Iowa. I'm like, okay, I have.
Let's
no
go to Iowa
desire to go
together.
to Iowa.
Let's
Oh
go.
gosh.
That's
Just for
what I
shits
was
and giggles,
thinking.
we're just gonna go to Iowa this weekend because why not?
my boyfriend was born in Iowa, Des Moines.
Oh, go to Bakersfield.
Des Moines,
Laura, why are
Iowa.
we going to Bakersfield?
Oh, is it
Yeah.
Iowa? No,
Is it? No,
it's
is
Iowa.
It is.
He.
Oh, yeah, it is Iowa.
I have to
It
know
is
this.
Iowa.
Yeah, it was Iowa. I
Do
am
you know
confident.
it?
I do. If I know
The only
anything.
She
reason
wasn't
I thought
confident
about-
at first. She was.
I had to run it
"Ooh."
through in my head from the
Jesus.
Music Man.
What kind of show is this?
It's the
I don't know. We were
famous-
literally just talking about fucking
I
airplanes,
know.
airports,
The first
ticket
one is right now,
sales.
literally, because we.
Oh.
Let's get political.
Okay.
So
Oh.
no one ever.
Actually, we do get political every once in a while. We just haven't had a chance normally because by the time we get to our
Yes.
guests and things, we start talking about the guests, and then we don't have time to get into the politics.
I
But
have nothing to talk about myself.
oh, fantastic!
There's nothing, honestly.
I'm
Most of them-
outnumbered. I can't talk about politics in here.
No, please do. I would love it. I love listening to politics. I need to shut up more about politics.
Why? Why would you shut up about it?
Well, like I have like this fiery, intense, burning passion to like speak
Is that
about
gas?
politics, and that's my like. Yes.
You get this while you're in the closet.
Yeah.
So then I have a question for you. We
Ooh,
can
let's
go ahead.
go,
We can
let's
go ahead and
go.
talk politics. I'm fine with talking
Because
politics.
you see your first question
So
up there.
I can't see that far. I don't have my glasses on.
Oh.
That's why it was so hard to
It
find
says,
the
how the
house.
fuck did you get here? And who
we
are
don't
you?
have any good specific questions for you.
I
this
read your
evening,
bio
so-
and then I couldn't come up with
Anything?
anything.
I
So
didn't
it's
give you
fine.
anything.
we can talk politics.
Let's do
So,
it. You're on.
who is your pick for the Democratic nomination?
Mine dropped out.
Yeah.
Don't take my answer.
I know nothing about politics.
Great. Okay, so
I thought you were gonna ask me, is like, should we be nice to people? Yeah. Should everyone have health care? That would be great.
just pick a name. No, just pick any name. Just pick a name. Anybody.
Okay. Bob Mackey. Elizabeth Warren?
That's a
Oh,
good
she's
one. That's
so
yes,
bad.
yes, that is a person.
I'm so sorry.
Is potentially
I
who
need to be
is
better with.
potentially up
Yeah.
for the Democratic nomination. Yes.
It seems like wrestling to me, and I've never been a fan of wrestling.
My problem is like
Thanks, South Park.
I mean, it's true. I mean, here's the thing: is that when it comes to politics, like I pay as much attention as I can.
Yeah.
And lately, anytime I watch anything to do with politics, anytime I watch any of the debates, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can't watch this.
It always seems to have, for me, it always seems to have like this negative like cloud around it. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
It's because it's nothing but a bunch of old fucking white guys.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
You think
right.
talking about like things that have to do with making our country better would be met with more excitement?
yeah.
I don't know. I also feel like as a mostly white presenting man, it's my time to like just step out of the spotlight when it comes to talking about politics.
So mostly, when you say mostly white presenting man, are you mostly white presenting or mostly a man?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just figured I'd clarify
Wow.
that.
Yeah, just take a step back. My mom's like, why don't you have the talent to be like a business owner or a CEO? I'm like, no. We've already done that.
Right.
Mm.
Like, I'm fine with doing nothing. I want to see, as a white man, what I can accomplish by doing nothing.
Which is why she works in her closet.
It's true. And it's all just an excuse to literally do nothing. It's not true. In my closet, I do think of, like, crazy things, like, mostly stories, or drag numbers. Right now, I'm really into the idea of, if this physical reality, like space, everything that we experience and everything we don't, if it could be observed from an outsider's perspective, what would it look like?
A shit show.
The Matrix.
No, not even like, not like, yeah. It's more like what does it visually look like outside? Because I don't think this plane is what it is actually looks like.
We're getting all like philosophical and metaphysical and.
Is Patricia watching? Because she's
Right.
I just imagine a huge...
Have you talked to Patricia Mason?
No.
She has great conversations.
Really?
Like
Oh,
that.
I love it. I love these conversations, and rarely do I have them with other people because I find them people
Oh,
find
you
them
want me to-
depressing.
You want me to have Patricia call you?
No, really, text me, and then I'll respond in like 2 days.
That's me.
Oh.
It's only because
I don't mean to.
No. I don't think it's fair that we somehow all agreed to be able to be in contact with everybody. Like, again,
Like-
we have phones
Right.
now, and we have that like opportunity to be able to access anything. But where did the contract come up on everybody's table and be like, okay, now you have to automatically respond to everybody? No,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck
Unless
if I have a phone.
Unless your friend says, I texted you like 2 hours ago but didn't send a message.
You know what? That's only happened
That's another
once,
one of those
okay?
things that you say all the
That's
time.
only happened once. God
Another one of those
damn
things
it.
that you say all the time is that I actually did text you and I forgot to hit send. No, you didn't, bitch.
No, that's more of my husband. My husband
Oh,
actually does.
really?
It's hilarious.
The one time I legitimately, it was a few weeks ago. I was asking Felicia about something. It was before I went to Florida.
Mhm.
So I was trying to ask Felicia about when I should bring my dogs over. And I swore up and down that I had texted her. I was like, hey, can I come over at this time? And blah, blah, blah. And, you know,
it's
and
Felicia.
in my mind, I legitimately done this. And then, like, several hours had passed. I was like, fuck, I need to find out. Why didn't...
Oh, yeah.
So I went back and I was like,
She did.
not only did I not type it and not send it, there was nothing. I didn't even send it. I thought so in my mind.
See, my excuse for that usually is the other excuse that we came up with is, like, I'm not emotionally available to answer this text right now.
But that kind of is true, though. Sometimes
Oh, yeah,
It's
there's
like you're
times
not
I'm
like,
like,
some
oh,
days I'm
please.
like,
God, no.
ugh.
Yeah, no, there are times
And
when I'm
it's
like, I'll get back to you.
nothing to
This
do
is
with the
so
person.
heavy right now.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the person. It literally is just I can't deal with the fact that I am people are able to constantly contact me. I love people. I love being around people. I love talking to people, but I really need to recharge.
When oh, for sure.
Like-
I have that's like my problem, especially if I've been doing stuff like
Which
at
you
home,
have
like
been.
especially which I've been so fucking busy
Yeah.
that I only have so many
But
spoons,
that's one
and
of
my
the
spoons
things.
are like depleted. So like I cleaned all day yesterday because I was off, and I was like, I need to do laundry. I'm not gonna do laundry. Oh, I thought about it and I didn't ask you because I forgot.
You
to
forgot
ask
to send that text.
I did.
Damn.
So, but I'm busy. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to do it. I'm like, I just.
And if you know me and you call me, I'm gonna be like,
If
You
you
better
call-
be dying.
if-
You
that's
better
the
be
thing.
fucking
The
dying.
only person that
Like-
calls me is my mother, and she refuses.
Oh no, my mom. I'd shoot out my mom because she called me. No, she
No,
wouldn't call me. I'm sorry.
My
she
mom
wouldn't.
has actually gotten better this season because she usually calls me while I'm getting ready.
This is true.
Isn't that the most irritating thing?
Yeah.
Because she'll
She
knows that I'm getting ready.
Ready,
She'll go,
right?
well, I just wanted to talk to you while you're getting ready. And I'm
that's
like,
not how that works.
I'm like, wait a minute, what?
All this free time I have doing nothing. Like, I'm not paying attention to your conversation. Then if that's all you're gonna do, you know when I'm getting ready.
Right.
No.
Yeah,
I have
no,
that a lot. And
it's-
the worst is text because there's sometimes when some people text me like,
Where's
you're
your
asking-
show at?
Yeah, you're
I'm
asking me where my show is. Don't contact me. It's on Facebook.
Right.
We understand how this works.
Go and look in the thing. Like
I
the
sent
only-
you
the
the
only time,
flyer. I
the
sent
only
you the
time I will
flyer.
do that is like if I'm looking, I'm on Facebook. I can't find the event anywhere. I'm
Yeah.
like, I can't find the poster. I can't find anything.
Yeah.
That's when I'm like, okay, hey, I've looked.
Yeah.
I can't find it.
Is this
Where's the
real?
show? But otherwise, everything is online, folks.
I miss what
All
everyone was
of it.
saying. Why is
I
he
don't know.
referring to pretzels?
Oh, because of the it was the
Oh.
they couldn't do peanuts at the
Mm.
yeah. We're still back in there. I
They-
missed you
we're-
so much. I missed you too, Felicia.
Oh, that's so sweet. Another person that used to attend our bingos.
I know when we did it.
See
at the
what
place
you
that
could
we
be.
can't talk
See what
about.
you could have had.
It's good.
See what you could.
You missed out.
Mm.
I can't go
I
to
mean-
bingos because my like aesthetic is so old lady adjacent that it just I feel like I just sop up
But
the
we just
extra old
told
lady.
you what
You
happens.
would fit
at
right
bingo.
in at our
I
cafe
know.
go.
Yes, you
I
would.
should.
You
I-
would totally. You should go.
Can I bring
with
my
me.
own pussy?
Yeah. What? No, you can't bring your cat.
What?
You cannot. You
It's a
can bring your
cafe for
pussy.
cats, but there's no cats.
They
allowed
provide
to
the
be-
cats.
They provide the cats. You don't
Ugh.
bring your own cat.
That seems problematic.
Yeah.
It's like the wait staff that's not able to like allowed to leave.
Okay. Well,
I don't know.
Okay.
you should go with Logan one of the times when Logan goes.
I have a weird thing about pets. Owning living creatures is iffy, and most of the time when people get a pet, it's because they have to fill a void inside themselves that they aren't emotionally mature to explore and like delve deep in, or they're maybe just too afraid. I'm reading a lot of people, and I'm so sorry. I know, but
Including the two sitting next
I'm
to
so
you.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
You
It's
have-
not always the case, and it's only because I've lived and I've been around people who like mistreat their pets for so long, watching them like get an animal, be very excited about that animal.
Oh,
especially
that
as a
shit
child.
pisses me off.
And then that
Oh no, that doesn't
animal
happen
gets
here. Did you
forgotten.
see how old mine are?
yeah, but that's the thing. It's like most of the most of the people I'm talking about, they get rid of their animals
Mm.
after they found the love of
BYOC.
another
That's
person.
so-
BYOC.
no,
Bring
no.
your own cat.
Like
Oh.
I've got BYOC. Bring your own cat. There you go. Yeah, no, I have 2 dogs. They're rescues. One of them I've had now for about 3 years. He's deaf and he's blind and he's old and he's a mess and I,
like
love
rescues.
him.
Rescues
And
work
then
because you're giving them a second chance. A lot of people
I
get,
will
like,
only
ups-
I don't do buying animals. I don't do buying animals. I don't do breeding animals. Not when I worked in fosters and
It's
like,
all
no.
important.
But
Like
if you're
that,
looking
yeah.
through fosters, I'm looking for a corgi.
a corgi. There's
Go-
not going to be a corgi in a foster care.
you'd be
Not true. There's
surprised.
there's a corgi rescue.
Oh, there is.
Mhm. There's a
Well,
corgi
we'll talk
rescue.
about that after.
Yeah. There's a corgi rescue.
Learn something new every day.
Right?
I bet it looks like the cutest little like.
Can I go there and
Play
just lay
area.
on the ground and then
And just
when
let
they
the corgi-
run by?
I loved my corgis. I had a couple of corgis years
That's
ago.
what I'm
I had a
saying, like-
purebred corgi who was a rescue, and then I had a corgi mix who was a rescue. And they were the best fucking dogs on the
Yeah.
planet. They were like spare parts dogs.
Yeah.
Like, because
And
whatever
they're
you mix a
fucking
corgi with,
adorable.
they look like what it is,
Yeah.
but with legs like this.
Yeah.
Oh!
Like that
Yeah.
and basset hounds. If anytime you mix
Hold on while I
anything
go
with either a
explore the
basset
internet.
hound or a
She's just looking
corgi,
it up real quick. I'm gonna get my dog right now. After we
they
talk
always
about it.
look like whatever it was they were mixed with,
Yeah,
just like washed and dried on high.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
that's so cute.
Yeah.
It is cute. I
Yeah.
get the cuteness of animals. Totally get it. And that's the thing is like I just hate seeing like. Can you imagine being a dog that from birth has been controlled? Like your interaction with others.
Oh,
or
yeah, no,
species
that-
is controlled.
Oh, a boxer
When you get to go to the bathroom-
corgi is a coxer.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Corsh.
Those are like,
Crispy?
oh my god, those
Caroodle?
are fucking like designer
Okay.
breeds. Fuck that shit.
Totally off subject.
Ooh,
but I'm gonna
Don't
check
don't
my-
put breeds. Just put See, look at that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, this one's
This is what my dog looked like. Oh my god, this
is a corgi
literally.
retriever.
Yes, that's exactly what Chloe looked like.
We're not even showing.
We're
you.
fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. We're fine. We're just. It's fine. It's fine.
It's
but yeah,
basically what we've been doing as a species
Right.
to this species for so long because it's cute.
Yeah, but that's exactly what my dog looked like.
Oh.
And she was amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Show's
Anyway.
over.
Oh.
That's it. We're done.
So, did you want to talk about you? You can talk about you if you want. How did you get started?
Oh,
What did
yeah.
You know?
Wait, let's ask the question specifically how it's written.
How the fuck did you get here? Who are you? Tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm just a lowly little meat sack looking to participate in this thing we call existence.
Oh wow.
I'm making a ton of mistakes trying to figure it out because you know what? You have to be all the things you aren't before you become the thing that you are. I don't know.
I'm gonna look at Courtney.
Oh my god. I don't know. I started
looking
drag.
at dogs and...
just dogs.
They are. Oh my god, that is so cute. I wish I could show you guys.
I had a foster
I
once
Just
who was...
Google corgi mixes.
I had a foster once who was he was a lab basset mix.
Okay.
And all black, and literally like this, short and stocky and beefy with legs about this big. Fucking amazing.
That's how I like my men.
So how did you? You're welcome. So how did you get started with drag?
The dregs.
It's funny because
I've known you from pretty close to when you started.
Yeah. I never like went to drag shows before I started doing drag. I was one of those drag queens. Shock, I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember watching like so I went to college. I went to ASU at the moment RuPaul's Drag Race happened, and I went to a gay fraternity. I joined a gay fraternity then, and that's what we did every like Tuesday night. I think it was Tuesday night at the time. And the entire time I watched all of it for 10 years. I never thought I'm gonna be a drag queen. I just naturally I was an actor. I wasn't really good, but I did it because it was fun and it was a nice catharsis for the most part to play somebody else. But then one day, I took a tab of acid, and I've been I've been feeling a little stuck in my life and creatively, and the acid wasn't really hitting me. So I took another. I shared a tab with my boyfriend. I'm so sorry that I'm no one knows his name. Don't look at my profile. But I shared a tab with him, and I literally went into this weird existential crisis. Like we had this tendency where we'd film everything for the most part, like our interactions, especially if we were like doing something like that. We would film it on a computer, and so we turned on the computer, and we were filming whatever we were doing. And there's a moment, a very distinct moment I remember, where everything kind of like slowed for a second, and the universe through my boyfriend, because we're all like a cosmic being having a conversation with itself, but we kind of forgot that we're the same entity.
Very existential.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So through my boyfriend, he's just like telling me these things that I knew I needed to hear at the time, and it was freaking me the fuck out. Like I was taking my clothes off. Like I kept switching clothes between him and me. And I was like, "What's identity? Like I have to go to work. I can't. I felt like I was losing everything that I thought what I was, and it was just slipping through my hands, and I kept freaking out. And we went
while on acid, right?
Yeah, while on acid.
Okay.
So we went on a walk, and at the place that we lived at the time, it was right next to an alley that's by the 60, and we would walk by the alley just to get to a bridge, and we would sit on the bridge and just like look at the cars at night and enjoy like the lights and the sound, and it's very meditation. But he's like, hey, let's go for a walk, and we went into this alleyway, and I swear to God, within 30 seconds, the alleyway was endless. It just didn't stop. And he kept turning to me when we were walking. He's like, hey, let's go to the bridge. Hey, let's go to the bridge. And I was like, no! Fuck this. So I grabbed him back, and I'm like taking him back the other direction. Just by the end of it, I was like crawling out of that alleyway, terrified, because nothing was. I wasn't moving.
To see this.
I was not moving, and I was like freaking out. I still have little moments where I'm afraid that in doing that, I had caused a rift in the fabric of space and time, and I was setting adrift through nothingness. And the only reason I'm still able to like continue with existence is because everything else has been pulled from my memory.
Most people just say they put on a dress for Halloween.
I know.
That's how I
kind of like...
have Have you met Tammy Brown?
Tammy Brown.
You're giving me Tammy Brown vibes.
You're actually not the first to say that, and I think it's mostly because of the forehead.
No.
Okay.
No, I've actually sat with Tammy Brown, and
Really?
I'm like,
Sometimes, I mean, it was
feel
really
like I
intense
understand you a
to
little
me.
bit more, though.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
Hi, Gina.
And I think the way that they calmed me down, because I had to call my best friend at the time. I had to call.
They're not your best friend anymore.
Things get complicated.
They wanted the acid that you tripped on, and
yeah, that's exactly what. It's not me, it's you.
I didn't want to ruin their friendship, and then they
I'll
ruined
call
their
you
friendship.
later.
The way they got me to like kind of calm down is that they gave me a bunch of gel pens and like paper, and I just literally like scribbled art, and it was like the way I was feeling, just a bunch of gel pens, scribble art. That's my drag basically, just gel pen, scribble art.
Yeah, you do pretty well with those gel pens. Wow.
Practice only took about 8 hours. 8 hours now because I fucked up the first time. I tried to glue down my brows like a real drag queen, or whatever that means.
I still don't even know.
I barely like get there. That's why I don't consider myself a drag queen. I like performing in all aspects.
You're a drag artist.
See, artist is another thing. It's like writer. It's like when you call yourself a writer, you're just like, but am I? Like, yeah, I write. Like, but am I? It just feels like one of those things where it's just like, maybe if I get paid a little bit more, then I can start calling it that, just because I need it on like my business card. But for that,
Wow.
First time in drag.
Acid,
Allie,
friend
come over here, and they're like, I was scribbling all this artwork, which I still have, and
That
it's
sounds
actually
like
really
a
intense
great
to watch.
movie. Is this the beginning
It felt
of the
like
movie?
a fucking crazy movie.
It's like the one that starts at the end.
Yeah, yes. And the entire time, the reason why I think it worked with the gel pen is because I felt like I was pouring out all of, like the inner torment, like the hatred, self-hatred I had collected all my life, the self-loathing, negative things I thought about myself, negative things I thought other people thought of me, negative things I thought about other people. I felt like it just pouring out of me, and I felt empty at one point, and I was done sketching, and then I looked over the computer, and for some reason, Lady Gaga's performance, it was her first television performance, not the one she did at the New Now Next Awards, the first one, where she only had like 2 people on this tiny little drag stage, but the other one where she was actually on MTV's Music Awards, and it was for paparazzi, and she had like wearing all white, and this first time like most people ever seen her, she came out with those like golden or the silver crutches, and it was just amazing and crazy, and you can tell that a lot of it was improv, but also like worked so well with the aesthetic and the idea of the whole thing. And then she starts playing the piano, and then she like comes out in like red, and the red that was like in her like the center of her chest starts to bleed, and people thought she was bleeding. She like tricked them for a second that and they thought she was bleeding. You can hear the shift in the audio, but then when they realized that as part of the performance, they freaked the fuck out. And I really loved that, like she utilized not only the fact that they'd never seen her perform before, not knowing who she is, and then utilized like a reveal of sorts to kind of make people feel something that's not happy. There's a tendency in performance and in art to always try to make people feel happy, which is great. I mean, I love garbage for my eyes, like anybody else, junk food for the eyes, but like I think it says a lot about somebody, a performer or an artist, if they're willing to make people feel uncomfortable. That's why I loved the movie Mother. Like it felt like a fucking anxiety attack the entire time, but we're so afraid of feeling those things that we don't know how to cope with them when they happen, which I think is a skill that we all need to have, especially when it comes to keeping a more coherent head when people are being real fucking dicks about things. Because the last thing you need to do is to feed into their energy. When someone's that angry with you and saying awful things to you, they are looking for validation through matched energy.
Right.
And the last thing they want is someone who's like poised and thoughtful.
That's why I always say kill them with kindness. Like if someone's like being a complete cunt, you're just like,
okay.
They
well,
will always
you
look like
have
a
a
crazy
good day
bitch.
then.
Yeah, they will always look
Enjoy.
crazy.
you have a blessed day.
Oh my god. You know what? Thank you.
Enjoy.
You made my day so much more exciting.
You're
Different.
So you
did you answer the question?
No.
Yeah, I think.
No.
Well, no. It was on
No.
the. It was on the thing. This
No.
is.
Don't go back to the
No.
puppies. Don't go back
No.
to the puppies.
No.
I looked at my boyfriend and I'm like, and he was like, and I again the universe through him, and he's like, so what do you want to do? And I was like, I want to do that. And I'm like
Look at
crying at this
yourself on
point. I was
the
like,
TV?
I want to do that. I was pointing at Lady Gaga.
Oh.
And he's like, well, you already did that. If you want to do it, go do it. It's already been done. Go do it. Because he was referring to the fact that like we're all the same person.
Wait, did I miss that part?
Yeah, no.
We are all a
we've
celestial
covered that. We've
being
covered that. We're
having a
all
conversation
the
with
same.
itself, but we
Right.
forgot.
Right.
Yeah.
We covered that.
That's why empathy is a big thing. Like people, like you don't need to know different languages to know when someone's upset. Shared hallucinations. That's
Yeah.
another thing. The only like really good explanation I can have for any of that is if like we are a collective consciousness, like a collective being. We just happen to be like this weird amniotic cloud of collective consciousness, and existence is like the cloud pushing out its little feelers into this heavy, thick, non-Newtonian liquid-like fabric of
I
space
highly
and time.
recommended you read Franz Kafka if you haven't already read Kafka. Read Kafka. He's very existential. Highly recommend.
The Crack in the Egg.
Metamorphosis is another one.
But that was the beginning of it, and ever since then, like, I'm like, I want to perform, and I always liked the idea, because I never found courage in anything that was masculine. It was always in feminine things.
Mm-hmm.
Feminine things gave me strength growing up, and so drag felt like the natural transition to that, to feel more confident in my ability to perform. To feel sexy is a big thing, and not just to feel sexy to other people, but just to feel sexy to myself. Drag gave me a sense of style. I know a lot of people don't get it or understand it, and that's fine, but I love it.
I don't have to.
Yeah, that's the great thing is like I don't like this is style transcends age, and your style can always just improve.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that I don't think I would ever want to give up. Like even if I stopped doing drag, I love the fact that like it gave me that sense of confidence in just this in style. As a man, I had no sense of style. I felt like I'm like
You
I
buy
was,
a t-shirt, wear some jeans.
oh my god. Well, in high school I was a fat ginger. So like
So you wore a
in
t-shirt.
Arizona, I wore literally jeans, oversized hoodie to cover up the fact that I was fat.
What?
Yeah, and I would be doing marching band in a hoodie, and people are like, "You're kind of crazy." In the middle of summer, and I'm like, "Oh no, I'm just trying to sweat out the toxins, trying to cover the fact that I'm super insecure."
Oh my
That's why I
god.
wear coats all the time.
So where can people then find you on social media to follow all of your existential,
The last thing I
Journeys.
want when I'm having an existential crisis is people to fucking find me on social media. Are you having an existential crisis right now? No. I mean, if you
doubt
want to
most
really
of the
look for me,
people
you
on
can look for
Facebook
me
can
on
spell
somewhere.
that.
Yeah, JoAnn Michaels, like the two stores, Big J, little O, Big A, two little N's, Michaels, JoAnn Michaels. I'm on Instagram sometimes. I'm on Facebook for the most part, mostly just out of obligation because that's the only way you can contact anybody anymore. I do have a YouTube channel, but I haven't uploaded anything. Maybe eventually I'll upload like just random stories that
That was a good one. Would you like a...
Right,
I mean,
we'll
just
do you want
download a
to
clip
give you
of the
want to get the
video.
clip of this for you?
Oh my
We'll
gosh.
just give you
Yeah.
just the clip and
This
you
is
can
like
just put
first
that
time
there.
ever. I have I am a returning character on Rosie Bush's show. In the Kitchen with Rosie.
I just did my first one
You did?
last week.
How was it?
Yeah.
I loved it. It was fun.
Did you get drunk?
No.
Oh.
I have to drive.
Oh, okay.
So
That's fine.
no.
Okay. Oh, okay.
But we did decide that we're gonna work me into cameos for the rest of the season because of the way that the first episode went.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited.
keep an eye out for me during.
So I do that. I'm also on Sister Inika's soap opera podcast, which the new season is.
And you
starting.
got me too.
Oh my god, they're crazy that we're together and this one thing together. It's so crazy because this is gonna be your Detective Jim Brinkman, right?
I am Detective Jim Brinkman.
Speaking of
Yeah.
Rosie, she hates that name. Rosie Bush hated saying Detective Jim Brinkman. Jim Brinkman.
It doesn't really
I'm gonna
roll
listen
off
for
the
the
tongue.
irritation.
Oh my god,
It doesn't roll off the tongue. Well.
Yeah.
Like it's
Oh, if they
not
haven't
like-
listened already, then they should.
Well, the season 1 is out.
Yeah.
Season 2 is being released next month on the 20.
It's no. I think the 15th is the first like the premiere. It's like the recap, and it's the YouTube premiere. That's right.
Oh, it is
YouTube.
the
It's
YouTube
blazed all our lives.
Mhm.
It is fucking bonkers, but in the best kind of way.
It is the most psychotic thing ever. It's like Twin Peaks meets Days of Our Lives meets like Passions.
Yeah.
On that
Right.
acid trip that I had.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
There
pretty
you go.
much. Like it is a mind fuck. Like, yeah, but it's
It was a lot of
Last
fun.
time
It
I
was-
listened to
it
the
was
whole
great.
season at work.
look
Yeah.
at you.
I just
Getting
want to
paid.
say that was interesting. It was more
You were
interesting
on
watching
there.
the people like walk in my office and go,
What's going on?
What are you listening to?
and then they sit there and listen, and they're like, and then I have people sitting in my office. I'm like, are you gonna stay for the whole?
They're like,
I mean,
we're just gonna
can.
sit here and listen.
Because
so.
if you are,
Yeah.
It's called Blaze All Over Our Lives.
I'm like,
Just trying to
just
figure
close
it
the
out.
door because
Right.
we can't.
I don't want to trouble.
I mean, I don't want the whole building to be
Right,
in
and
here.
suddenly
Not
just
safe for work.
to start have listening parties in your office. You start have listening parties in your office. It's fine.
I'm listening to the
It's
next
fine.
episode, guys.
There you go. See? See?
I'll bring the drinks.
There you go.
We can drink in your office, right?
Totally
No.
fine.
What?
I work at a school.
Put it in a tumbler. Nobody will know.
So we can drink at your office, right?
No.
Come on, that's the only way that most of my teachers got through class.
Right?
I'm not a teacher, though.
What do you do?
I don't know.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
We're
It's
not
super
gonna-
personal.
We're not gonna talk about it.
Okay.
We're just. It's fine. We're just gonna take
I
it.
need
We're gonna
drag
take
for a
the.
living.
We're gonna take the alcohol. And we're just gonna put it in like one of the drink tellers in like a Starbucks cup, and then nobody will
Just
even
smile
notice.
away.
We're just gonna drink. We're gonna drink coffee in your
We're just
office,
visiting.
and it's,
I mean, yeah.
it's not gonna be anything
That's-
that's alcoholic.
Honestly,
so
that's the only reason I thought people drink coffee in the morning. Is to spike it.
Mm.
Like in public.
Oh,
Like you drink coffee at home, that's fine. But like people who like should take it in a thermos, like that's alcohol, right? Like don't.
I can't get enough of you.
Oh my god. So what gigs do you have coming up? Where can people find you if they want to go watch you do things?
My
Other
next-
than hear you.
My next thing is March. They can't even hear me. I can barely hear me. So
How is I'm guessing we don't have any sound issues. Last week I couldn't hear you guys at all. I stopped watching after 5
Was it
minutes.
just us, or was it...
everything? I couldn't
Celia?
hear any of it.
Oh, I don't know why.
Like I couldn't
Because the levels are the same, and I haven't
yeah,
heard
legitimately could not
anybody
hear
say anything about the sound.
could not hear any of it last week at all. I'm like
Oh,
there's
she's looking at
Okay,
the
I
thing
got it.
that
Oh, we
she
have it
sent
now?
us.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
I honestly should have. put
My
it on the
next
screen.
gig, I know, thank you. It's fine. I should know this. My next gig is actually
Should we
at
read it in?
Sun Bar Tempe,
Oh, okay.
6 p.m.
When?
It is the
Would you
28th
like
of
me to
March.
repeat that?
It is the
It
28th of March at the Sun Bar in Tempe,
Oh my
6
god!
p.m.
Is this the title of the
It's a Sugar Spoon production brought to you or sponsored by Absinthe Minded, and it's called The Party. I play
all
a
that to
songstress.
say the party?
The Party. The Party. Sunbar,
Wow.
Tempe. You get to see me sing live or attempt to.
Oh.
Oh wow! I don't think I've ever seen you sing live.
You're lucky.
Wow.
You still get to experience it for the first time. I'm
Wow.
jealous.
Wow.
Oh, you know what? We won't be here.
Damn.
What day is that?
March 28th.
Oh,
Well, I won't be here. You still have yet to tell me whether or not you will be here.
I have to. I told you on Sunday or Saturday. Saturday. Oh, Friday.
I will be there.
I don't know what day it was. Monday. Monday? Monday. Monday feels right. I told you on Monday I have to go.
Oh, that's right. But you didn't tell me whether you were going with me or whether you were going...
I'm going.
Nationals! That's what I'm
Oh.
stepping down.
I
Sorry.
am going.
So,
Nationals.
okay. Anyway.
I just haven't.
Don't stop believing. That literally
Is
when
that
you
a
say
preview?
no, when you
What-
say-
what's
yeah. There you go. You're
Mm.
welcome.
Okay, well, tomorrow, I forgot to mention, I was going to mention this earlier and I forgot. So tomorrow I am performing at the Rebel Lounge,
Yes.
at a God-awful small affair.
Yes,
And
that's the name.
It
Not-
is,
yeah.
that is the name, a God-awful
Not
small
just
affair.
the way he performs.
It's not just my opinion, it is what it is.
I mean, I'm not one to throw.
If
stones.
anybody would like to go, I have 2 tickets. If anybody wants to go to the show,
I work
you
tomorrow.
let me know, and I will put the tickets at the door for
Hi,
you.
Wendy.
It'll be a good show. I'm in it. Severely Mame,
Yeah.
Harlot Lafleur,
Those are names I know.
or W.F. Lafleur, as
W.F. Lafleur.
we're referring to her as these days.
Oh,
Horlafleur? Horflower.
Horflower.
Lafleur, yeah.
I don't know. I missed most of that, and the only reason I actually was caught up was because of gossip. I think I got like half of
Probably.
it in passing.
And then I believe there's 2 live bands that are going on as well.
Oh, great.
So it'll be a fun night.
Are you
You've
singing
got
with
some.
them too?
No, but I can.
Like,
I can be that white woman who gets on stage during your drag show
Jesus
thinking
Christ.
Oh my god.
Okay.
it's her. This is on
Crystal!
Maybe we got that shine fire away.
So anyway, if anybody would like to go to the show tomorrow night at the Rebel Lounge, doors open at 8. Show starts at 9. Let me know. Send me a message. And I will put 2 tickets with your name
Your
on at
face.
the door.
I'm so sorry. There's a delay.
Oh my
so
god.
I'm just seeing yours is face.
And then on February 8th, I am at C7 with Lady Christian and Lady and the Tramps. February 22nd,
Damn.
Felicia and I are doing a Drag Queen Story Hour in Bisbee, God help us.
Oh, cute.
Why?
That's cute.
I love this.
I
This
know.
would be like my
We have to
third
be
or
up
fourth time.
really early.
That's the part.
I had
Really
the only time I
early.
actually went.
I
to
know that
Disney-
I asked for February bookings, but don't book me on the 21st.
I was asked if somebody like, do you want to be on my show on the 21st? I'm like, no,
Really, I do, but I can't.
See, the only time I went to Bisbee was for Bisbee Pride. I did not know I was gonna go and like be in the Pride Parade. My mom, she has a CBD company with like literally soaps, lotions, a
Oh,
balm
nice.
that works wonders, especially if your feet hurt when you're doing a ton of drag. But she asked me to come down, and I thought it was gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be our first Pride together. So cute. And then she's like, why don't you come in drag? And I was like, okay, I don't really want to, but I'll do it, whatever.
She used you as a prop.
She's like, you have to be there at 10 a.m. for the parade.
Which means you have to get up at like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
No, but earlier than
No,
6.
it was a lot earlier. It was about 3:30 because it takes me a lot longer.
Right, to
And we
get
had to drive
in place.
there.
Yeah.
And at the time, I had
That
her.
probably will be me.
Oh my god, yeah. It was the worst because I had her convertible at the time. It is not a convertible. I'm so sorry. That was incorrect. It was a chop top Cadillac.
Oh.
So during the middle of summer, I don't know when Bisbee Pride. It felt like it was summer, but I was like
June.
in almost all face, literally like this, trying to keep like just shit going into my face the entire time. Closing my eyes as the sun is just directly beaming down on me for 3.5 hours, and then I get there and I have to get dressed really quick, and she's like, she's like, all right. She tells my boyfriend who's driving, and she's like, okay, now go down this way. You are gonna be the driver in parade. He didn't know this. You're gonna be the driver in parade. And he goes down and waits for me there because I'm still like behind because I didn't think I was gonna have to like be in the actual parade. Anyway, so I'm getting ready and I finally finish and the parade is going on. My mom gets me into, or no, she has a friend who drives this huge van. Drive me on the in the opposite direction of the parade. So literally the parade's coming down. I'm in this huge van driving the opposite direction, and they're trying to get me to
not
the
that
end.
big.
No, the roads are like
No,
this.
yeah, no, they're ooh, Jesus.
Try and get me to the end, and I finally get into the fucking end, and I sit down, and it's a convertible, so I sit down like on the back. My mom, all she had for like advertising was a lawn sign. A lawn sign that I put like right in between my legs, and I was just like, God damn it! You know what? I'm gonna do this. So as we're driving down, people were like waving at me, and they don't know who the fuck I am. So I was like, I'm just waving. I'm like, is this the way to the laundromat? Do you have anything you need to throw in? I have plenty of room with my delicates.
Oh my God.
And I'm just
Jesus
waving
Christ.
at people.
Oh my
I was like,
God.
is the
Oh,
DMV
fuck.
down here? Help me, my Uber driver, he kidnapped me. I don't know who he is. Like, literally the entire
Oh
time.
my
And then it
God.
ends in like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Bisbee's only
like
Like
2 blocks.
this big.
right.
And then we
Yeah.
stop and we're trying to find a place to park, and there's nowhere to park.
No.
And I was tired, and I was just like, I hate this.
Yeah.
You're like, this
Yep.
is over.
That's gonna be us on
But
February
Bisbee's
22nd.
beautiful.
It is always
Bisbee
wonderful.
was beautiful. It was nothing about Bisbee. It was just the fact
That your mom used you to put you on a parade.
You know what?
and-
I love her. She's a working woman. She's a businesswoman. She got to do whatever she can. I
know?
understand it. I did kind of yell at her for it, but you gotta set your foot down.
Oh
Boundaries.
my God.
Where else are you?
February
TGIF?
28th, I'm at TGIF at C7 with Espresso Grande. February 29th, I'm at Stacy's for Opulence.
Look at you getting the booking.
I have a step down to pay for.
That's true. You have to pay for it?
Yeah. All the things, so many things. Yeah.
Whoa, set your world on fire, didn't it?
Drag is fun.
Drag is great. We love drag.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I have a lot of fun. It's because I don't do anything anymore. I got really stressed just having to do it. Like,
Mm.
having to do so much. If you guys have ever seen my performances, sometimes I just go up there and be like, I'm such a good person. But, like, I'm such a good person. For 4.5 minutes.
Legitimately.
Mm-hmm.
True
And
story.
you all enable me.
This is very, very true.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very true.
It's art, whatever, you can't question
What else have you got going on, Felicia?
It's the 10th anniversary of the Miss Gay Supernova US of A newcomer at the Rock on the 1st.
1st of March.
1st of March, yes. At the Rock at 5 p.m. So, reserve your tables.
Excellent.
And the date that we're waiting on is for Cat Bingo. We're waiting to see if our date works.
Yeah, we haven't heard anything back, so we'll let you know as soon as we hear.
Mm.
Upcoming guests, we've got Logan Lowry Rasmussen.
Oh, wow.
Tell
That
you
was,
things.
that was very...
I rolled my R.
He's been on the show before, though, right?
No.
He hasn't?
No.
Who the? Paul Ann. Paul
No.
Ann's comment.
Oh, I was going to say.
She misled me. How many times? I don't know.
What?
Maybe
Who was
he's
the
been
first?
on 3 or 4 podcasts?
Probably.
Because I know that he was doing
He's a busy man.
for a while.
I don't know. He was not with us, though.
Mm.
Upcoming
Teddy
guests, we've
Michael.
got Logan, Teddy Michael, Tay D. Diamond, Miss Supreme Pride, and Anahi Norel, which is the current Miss Gay Supernova US of A newcomer.
And I think that's just in time for the pageant.
Oh,
What a
that would make
title.
sense.
This
That would
gay
make sense.
supernova? Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Bam.
the first.
Really?
Yeah, Felicia won a title 10 years ago.
I tried another time, but I fucked it up.
Oh, that is my aesthetic, is fucking up.
Oh, no,
competitions.
this was
No.
this is the pageant that went down in infamy.
Oh.
Like, I could have won it, I should
Yeah.
have won it,
Yeah.
and I...
Remember,
never know.
folks, when you're competing for something, don't just stop and, just not lip
Don't
sync.
stare at the head judge because he's cute.
Legitimately.
You should have just.
Oh
You should have
my
just.
It's
God.
on YouTube.
You should have gone. You should have gone up to the front row and just hugged them like they were all your friends, like drag queens do. You know what? They're like not even.
You know what's
lip-syncing.
bad when
They're like,
all
at
of
first
the
I was
judges
afraid.
come up
Oh
to
my
you.
god, how you doing? Thank you so much for.
Right.
I was petrified. Oh my god, how's your mom? Kept thinking I could. God.
Right. Yeah.
Then you could say it was like an actual statement on drag performance.
No, like I had literally rehearsed for 2 weeks and had everything nearly.
The first 30 seconds went really well.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know what?
'cause
That's all people
I-
watch.
Ugh.
At least at my performance, it's the first 30
Yeah.
seconds.
No,
know.
I did horrible. They told me
Yeah.
that I could have just stood in place and I
And,
would have
Done.
won.
and would have won, but she stood in place but forgot to lip sync.
You know what?
it
It takes a lot of talent to not stand in place.
It was horrible.
Oh my god. We
It's
are
not-
brought to you by Wigs of a Kind. You can find them at wigsofakind.com.
And the Burley Barber. You can find them at burleybarbers.com. Special thanks to Brendan, Bess, Leanne, Carrie, and Corey. Why do they have their last names?
I
thought
don't-
I took
you-
all the
you-
last
I
names
don't
out.
know.
Anyway, Allison and Joan for supporting us on Patreon. Support us on Patreon at patreon.com/letshaveafifi. Be sure to like this episode, subscribe, share it with your friends, enemies, Trump supporters.
They love us.
It's true.
I was gonna say
They
something,
contact me
but
all
I
the time.
can't.
They're like, you woman?
Yeah.
And he's white too. He's like, you woman? I'm like, are you pretending to be foreign? Because most of the time I get guys from Saudi Arabia.
Right. Right. Yeah.
But every so often I get someone from Ohio.
Well.
You're real pretty.
Thanks.
There's a picture of his wife in his.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ. If you want to be able to listen to us without the mess of actually having to look at us, you can find us as a podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, and more.
You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Special thanks to our special guest. That is not the right name.
I didn't fix that. No, that's fine.
I mean,
It's
honestly,
not
that's
you.
the closest thing that anyone's gotten in a long time.
JoAnn Michaels, hey.
Thanks so much for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Even though I almost got lost here, I actually did get lost here, but it was a lot of fun.
You got lost on your own accord.
It's true, I did. It was not. It was nothing that these two did. It was.
I have gotten people lost on.
This is true.
On
Felicia has
purpose.
given people the
No,
wrong
not on
address.
purpose.
Oh.
On accident.
Just
When
the
I
wrong
first moved
address.
here, I gave people the wrong address.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was just sabotage.
No.
Oh, not this time.
No. obviously,
It was you, not me.
you know.
Thank you
But
to
thank you so
all
much.
of you who watch live and watch on the replay. We'll see you next week for our Wednesday night conversation, and our guest next week is Logan.
We're not supposed to say his name, so stop saying Logan.
I'm
So
sh-
Logan's
if
gonna
he's
be with us
still
next
on
week.
the toilet an hour later.
Well,
You might want to go to the ER.
People.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you one thing about Logan before we go.
Okay, yes, give us
On
one
air?
thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
on air. Okay. So every time Logan has come over to my house, we've known each other for like maybe 3 or 4 years now, but every time he's come over to my house, he has taken off his pants, and not like that. He always takes off his pants, and he does this thing where he's just like, look at these legs. And my favorite is that he'll like do it like an old starlight where he's like, look at these gams, and he just slaps it on the table, and he's like, look at these gams. I went running today. Ugh, I love his confidence.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
We're totally gonna
Interesting.
bring that up next week.
Please do.
Totally
Is
gonna
that
bring
something I
up.
need to like acquire a permit from for the FCC?
Yeah.
Probably.
It
Depends on how much.
should be
but-
fine.
I mean, if
Depends
he
on if
takes
he's
his
wearing
pants
anything under his
off,
pants.
yeah.
Just give him a shock collar, it'll be fine. He'll like it.
Mm.
I mean, we've talked about kinks before.
I did find out that was one of my friend's kinks is like estheticians
shock
to or like any kind of shocking.
Oh,
Or
like
those-
electroplay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Like the violet wands and things.
Yeah, that was specifically what it was.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And this
I just
has
like
been
pegging,
Let's
regular
Have a
old pegging.
Fifi.
Just regular old.
Pegging.
Just
I love it
regular
when
pegging.
watching women fuck their husbands. Or boyfriends.
I mean, yeah, it's good.
Or random strangers.
Oh, I wish. But there's a tendency to be like a little bit verbally like aggressive, and sometimes
Do
I
you
just like
mute it?
I like them to be sweet.
You just wanna.
No, I still wanna-
You just wanna be like.
I still want to hear. Oh, they're happening.
I don't have a permit for that. With that, this has been Let's Have a Fifi.
Good night, everybody.